Hey, what's up, everybody? Another great episode of Fourth Person Point of View, baby. I got some good stuff I want to talk about today from a fourth person perspective. So I was watching TED Talks, and they had this brother on there. What was his name? Let me see if I can. Well, it's on TED Talks. All you gotta do is type in fatherless. Here we go. Okay. The title of the video is The Lifelong Impact of Absent Fathers. It's a good video. TED Talks. So I watched that video, and you know how sometimes you have a playlist and it play one video and it'll play something similar. And so I watched like 2 or 3 videos, and they all talked about absent fathers, and I agree with it. I mean, my dad died when I was a kid, man, so I know what it's like not to have a father. Got this picture right here. I would take it off the wall, but I could. Yeah, that's my dad right there. Yeah. My dad there. Yeah. So they're talking about absent fathers. But look, man, this is fourth person perspective. And we look at things a little bit different over here. So I watched the first video on TED Talks. Then I watched the second one and the third one. And so I noticed that they all meant well. So I took my remote control and I kind of hit the little scroll button, and I went down and saw all these videos were about absent fathers and the impact it has on boys, on girls, on the family, on America. And I agree with it 100%. I am all for fathers. I'm all for families. I'm all for masculinity. I am. But from the fourth person perspective, some of these people that are talking about these fatherless homes, I think they're looking at it from the wrong perspective. And I'm gonna be me here. So if you wanna, I'm finna talk about something don't nobody wanna talk about. So if you wanna keep strolling or you wanna skip this video, this is your time now. Go ahead and skip the video. Because what I'm finna talk about, you might not wanna hear. All right, you ready? So, there are a lot of children in America that don't have a father. People like me whose dad and mom were married, 2-parent household. My daddy died when I was a kid. I didn't have a father. You got people who are living in homes, their parents divorced. So typically you have a broken home, but now a man still can be a great father even though him and the wife separated. And I know this because I know a few guys that grew up in a home where their mom was a single mother, but they had fathers who were involved. They supported them, financially. They came to all their events, bought them Christmas gifts, birthday gifts. They stayed with them a few times throughout the month. So I know you have a few fathers that are not with their kids' parent. You're right, their kids' mother, but they still are involved. Now, this is what I want to talk about here. So I'm gonna just come out and say this. Some of these damn situations where there are no fathers, it ain't the same thing as the impact of a fatherless child. What it is, we have too many whores in the world, in this country. So we ain't worried about the other countries. We're going to talk about America. So the problem ain't necessarily that we got too many absent fathers. The problem is we have too many whores. Look. Let's keep this a buck. This is for the person perspective here. We look at things from the outside perspective. And that's the problem. Let me see something here. Let's get us some data here. How many children, it's an airplane flying overhead, how many children in the US don't have a father? Let's see if we can get some data. It says, this says according to data from 2022, there are approximately 18.3 million children across America who live without a father in the home, comprising about 1 in 4 children. Okay. This number is a major international outlier, the U.S. having the highest rate globally. Damn. So America got the highest rate globally of children living in single-parent households. And the source was Kramer 2021. As of 2019, a staggering 23% of children live with one parent and no other adults, which was over 3 times the global average of 7%, according to the Pew Research. Okay, let me look at one more thing here before I talk. Let's see here. Okay. That's what I wanted to see right there. Okay. So, I ain't worth a damn, man. I ain't worth a damn. So, like I told you, this is not good, because one of the indicators of a declining civilization is the family structure. So you got the family structure. The more healthy families you have, that is a sign that your civilization has more structure and longevity. But with all these whores in the world, with all these whores in the United States, that's why we're dealing with this fatherless problem. See, people like me, I fall into this fatherless category on paper. Well, I did. I'm grown now. So I wasn't fatherless, and then my daddy was a soldier, so I drew his benefits. So I was well taken care of because he put that in place in the event he died, which he did, and I was taken care of. I grew up well. What you got to be careful when you got all this data, because you'll be talking about the fatherless homes, but you're not addressing the issue of the whores. Let's keep it a buck. Some of these young boys and girls are walking around here talking about, I didn't have a dad. You wasn't gonna have a dad, little John, little Sally. No. You was never gonna have a dad anyway. You wasn't. Your mom, see, all kids like to grow up in this world, Santa Claus comes to town and give you gifts, and then they look at mom right there, and then in their mind they be like, where's dad? He's gone. Santa Claus came to town and dropped your gifts off. Your daddy came through and dropped a few dollars off. He, look, your daddy never had intentions on staying there, man, or girl. No. Your mama, see, you giving your mama the benefit of the doubt. See, you fall into this category as if you are a victim, but you're not a victim. Your mama was a flipper, man, or a young lady. When we talk about this data here, in order for us to make America a great nation and identify the problem with like scientific numbers, these are factors that you gotta put in. Let's get this Beezer board. These are factors that you gotta put in here now. So, oh man. So, let's go. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Fatherless kids. Okay, we got fatherless kids here. So here we're gonna say in section A, we got death. That's where I fall in. I fall into this category. My daddy died. Then we got section B, divorce. That's what some of y'all fall in at. Then we got section C. Those are the I try to be a decent human being. I'm an asshole, but I do have a heart. So I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say you was young, because maybe you was in high school and you didn't have no condom right there and y'all just got it in. So I'm gonna be respectful. C. Tell you what here, hold on, we're gonna need some more room here. We're gonna need some more room here. I know how I want to do this now. So we gotta find out the problem here. So you see over here, yeah, you can. Let's go here. So we're gonna say A, death. I got a glare on this board here. A, death. B, young parents. Young parents. Meaning they was in school. You know, we'll say 21. We'll say 21 and under. I'm a nice guy. Let's say 23 and younger. They young. They don't know what the hell going on. C, we're gonna say prison. Your parent, your dad is in prison. And then what I say? So we got death, young parent. Oh, and then we got D. We got another marker there. Okay. So we got D. We're gonna say flipper. Flipper. So we got A, death, B, young parent. We got C, prison. You got D, flipper. Now, with this number right here that everybody is counting, you can't be worried about the death, the young parent, which they are a factor, but give people the benefit of the doubt. Then you got the people who went to prison, and then see you got this flipper category right there, that flipper. See, this is what a lot of y'all are. Your mom was a flipper. You was never gonna be in no two-parent household. You was never going to be in a two-parent household. Santa Claus came to town and dropped off your gifts, and he went back up the chimney, and your daddy came off and dropped off some money. He was never gonna stay there. Which the purpose of this video, like I said in the beginning, we don't have a fatherless problem. We have a whore problem. We have a flipper problem. That's the problem. See, nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to address that issue there. I'm gonna use this black marker. So, oh, excuse me. On a, here we go here. See, what's her name? Think of somebody. Who? No, I ain't gonna use her. Who named somebody? Just give me a name. Kim. We'll say Kim. No, because I know a damn Kim, and if I write her name up here, she gonna think I'm talking about her, and she gonna call me talking about some. All right, so I ain't gonna use Kim. I'm gonna use Amy. There you go. So I'm gonna say Amy here. We're gonna say Amy right here. Amy, there we go. I don't know no Amy's. So, there we go. So we got Amy is equal to baby daddy 1. Baby daddy 2, and baby daddy 3. There we go. So you got Amy up here. Amy is equal to baby daddy 1, baby daddy 2, and baby daddy 3. Now, what do you see up here? You got baby daddy 1, baby daddy 2, and baby daddy 3. What's the common denominator? Amy. Amy's ass is the common denominator. See, you got all these young boys out here, especially with their sensitive asses. You got all these young boys out here who talking about, my daddy wasn't worth nothing. My daddy was a bum. My daddy left me. No, your daddy didn't leave you. Your daddy dropped you off when he came through, and then he left. And he never had any intentions on coming back. Your daddy never had no intentions on being with Amy. So, and you so delusional, and you're naive because you everybody is supposed to look at their mom from an innocent viewpoint. But, you know, you got to start looking at your mom, especially if she got all these common denominators here. You telling me out of here, and you got, hold on here, you got kid 1, kid 2, and you got kid 3 here. Shoot back over here, what we got? Mom. See, once again, all 3 of the kids got one common denominator. That's their mama. So you telling me out of Amy, out of baby daddy 1, baby daddy 2, and baby daddy 3, you couldn't get one man to come into your life and stay there. I mean, make it make sense. And this is not a bash I'm coming from a social scientist perspective. So when we look at these numbers on here, and it's talking about the number of single parent homes in the United States and how we as a country are leading. This right here is what y'all ain't factoring in, because if this category right here was acknowledged, if this category here was acknowledged, you would realize that death, young, and prison ain't got nothing to do. So if this number right here was subtracted from this number that I'm looking at right here, which was, hold on, here we go back here. Here we go. What did I say? Yeah, 2022 numbers, 18.3 million children across America. Good God, that's a big amount. But this right here, I'm willing to bet you, if we could go deeper with this formula right here, I am willing to bet you, if we subtract this number right here from that 18.3 million, all of our numbers as a society will go down. See, you got people in here that's using the excuse. They using the excuse, but they know damn well they didn't want no damn husband. They know they didn't want no family, and they didn't want no structured home. So when I be seeing some of these guys online, I mean, and if you don't believe me, go on YouTube. You got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos on YouTube where guys are talking about how they daddies wasn't worth for nothing, and they daddies left them. They daddies never came around. Their daddies did this. Man, you got all these brothers and sisters and y'all all got different daddies, and you telling me as a 25 to 35-year-old grown man, you ain't got enough sense to say this is the common denominator? And so, giving your mama the benefit of the doubt. Maybe your mama was just an airhead. So maybe she wasn't a flipper, but she just might have been an airhead. She could have been horny and like sex just like guys. And if your mama was an airhead and she got all these baby daddies, you still gotta own it. You gotta accept the fact that you don't fall under these normal statistical headings here. You fall under this right here, a flipper. So when people keep saying there's a fatherless crisis in America, I ain't buying it. I know too many men that are stand-up guys. I know too many men who have been in the home with their children, and the woman cheated. Most of the time, the woman is going to keep the kid. I know a few instances where the guy took the child and he raised the kid by himself because he was the more mature, more dependable parent. So, and maybe I think the way I think because I feel like the flippers are using the men as their doormat. They're throwing the men under the bus as if in, you are a single mother because men ain't nothing. Nah. You are a single mother because you are a flipper. So quit going out here blaming men. We got a society full of beta males and lost women that keep believing that the fatherless crisis is something that just happened by chance. It did not. Your mom contributed to it. Your mother contributed to the numbers on purpose. She was never trying to get married. your mama wasn't never trying to get married, and what I suggest with you men, you need to go talk to your daddy. Go talk to your daddy like a man, because if you are a young man, you can say, hey, Pops, what happened with you and mama? And if your daddy respects you like a man, he might just come out and tell you, man, me and your mama, we used to, I had a Cadillac back in the day, and me and your mama used to go on the outskirts of town on an old back road, on a gravel road, and kind of, we get it in. And you'd be like, well, y'all didn't date? He'd be like, no, I played football, I played baseball, basketball, and your mama was jocking me. Now, you'll start looking at your daddy with more respect, and then you'll start looking at your mama like, damn, mama, you see where I'm going with this? So a lot of you cats and women, you wasn't gonna never be in you would never be in a home with a father anyway. And people who grow up in two-parent homes mess up all the time. They fail, they commit crimes, they fall short just like everybody. We all fall under God's grace and mercy. We all do. But I don't like those numbers. Now, one of the reasons that black homes are higher than white people is because in the black community, we as a whole, we don't believe in simping. No. We don't simp. Black men are not so quick to go be with a woman who's already been impregnated. Now, you white boys, y'all do. White boys, y'all, my white brothers, y'all are super simps. Y'all will go out there and marry Karen and embrace the kids. And from the outside, all the black people see you and think they got a beautiful structured family. They don't know that ain't your kid. I know white people. That's how I know. Yeah, I mean, you can look at the Republican Party right now. You got a lot of step parents. I'm talking in Congress. You got a lot of step parents up there. So that's kind of one reason that the black Americans have more single parent households. Yeah, we don't, as a whole, we don't believe in simping. Like, no. And whites do. But to each his own. But, that's my belief. And I don't think I'm wrong. I don't believe the fatherless crisis is just that bad. I believe we have a moral and an ethical problem nationwide. We have these women who are feminists. They are free, liberated. They feel like they can sleep with multiple men and not be called flippers, but they do. And when they do, you just remember, you got Amy. She's the common denominator amongst these 3 baby daddies. And she's got 3 kids by these 3 guys. And she's still the one all of them call mom out of 3 men. Out of 3 men, you telling me you couldn't find one quality man? You telling me you couldn't find one quality man that would sit in the house with you and take care? I mean, if you had one, you probably can get a great man. He'll accept it. Raise the kid like it's his own. He got a good job working for Toyota or Winchester or GM. But you go out here and you just keep going. And then you sell this narrative about men ain't nothing. You look at these boys in the eye and you tell them, your daddy ain't nothing. Your daddy ain't never did nothing for you. On your part, mom. Don't go out here in the world and tell all these little boys their daddy ain't nothing, because 50% of this problem is coming from women. And 50% of those women are going to fall into this flipper category. And you know it. I hate watching NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball players. I hate to hear those guys walk on a stage and give their damn mama a shout out and don't say nothing about their daddy. It's like they have a mental problem, because you got groupies after you, boy. I know you do. You got groupie women. Everywhere you turn, there's a groupie who want to have sex with you. If you choose to have sex with her, that's on you. But if you turn her down, it's because you just mature and you feel like, hey, shawty, I'm good. But 20 years ago, that was your mom. 20 years ago, that was your mom. And you was your daddy, idiot. You were your daddy. Your daddy played football, baseball, or basketball, either in high school, college, or the or the pro league, at the pro level. You are your daddy, and your mama is that groupie. This is how you got to look at it. So don't be giving your mama no shout out because your daddy is the good guy. You ever looked at how your daddy go get married to Suzanne, and now he's the greatest. He the greatest daddy in the world. Look at your brothers and sisters by the other woman. See your daddy over there. He's in a structured house. He go to church on Sunday, catch a few prayer meetings on Wednesday night. Your daddy ain't all that bad, brother. Your daddy ain't all that bad, female chick. Your daddy is a decent guy. You gotta look at your mom and call her what she was. It's something society don't want to talk about because I know how people say, mama can never be wrong. Like hell. It's kind of like saying a preacher won't steal. Like hell. He'll steal your watch, your chain, and your shoes off your feet and ask God for forgiveness. So, I mean, I don't think I'm wrong here. But like I said, this is for a person point of view. And I always look at things from a different perspective. And looking at these numbers, they talking about all these fatherless homes. I'm watching all these guys on YouTube talk about their daddies were losers and deadbeats and how their daddies didn't show up. No. You need to go talk to your daddy and ask him for his side of the story. Because your mama gonna fall into that. She gonna fall into that category. You might not be able to accept it. And any man that's doing anything positive, like if you growing and you mature and you got something going for yourself, especially if you got big money, you know you got groupies. You know yourself that them women don't really want you for you. They want you for what you got. And 20 to 30 years ago, that was your mama. Your mama wanted your daddy for what he had, whether it was just his status, his looks. Your daddy might have had one of them 5.0 Mustangs, stick shift back in the day. He might have had a Suburban or a Cadillac. But quit going out here just blaming men and talking about men are responsible for these fatherless homes. No, they not. It take two to tango. And women are very smart. A woman told me one time, and I ain't gonna say where I met her at because the world is small. Yeah, I used to try to flirt with her, but she had a boyfriend, and I didn't, we didn't ever take it anywhere. But she told me something I'll never forget. She told me every woman in the world know a good man from a bad man. I said, really? She said, every woman. She said, black, white, and Mexican. They all know good men from bad men. Now, what she told me was, she said, every woman don't want Barack Obama because he's too corny. She said, what they might want Corey Miller with Barack Obama characteristics. She said they might want I don't want to use people's names, but she said that they might want a gangster type cat. They might want an outlaw. They might want a bad boy with a certain type of image. But what they secretly desire are the good guy qualities in their format. Therefore, when a woman lets a guy impregnate her, she know he wasn't going to be around. And once you guys realize this, you will go far. You going to go far. Because now you ain't out here on YouTube complaining. You ain't at the barbershop talking about your daddy ain't nothing. You ain't walking around carrying this burden on your shoulders, feeling like you was cheated and neglected because your mama was the greatest thing in the world and your daddy was nothing. Look at Kirk Franklin, prime example. Mom told him one thing, he found out something different. Daddy was probably just a normal guy coming through one night looking for, looking for something. And your mama was looking too. Daddy was looking, mama was looking. They got together, found what they needed, and they went their separate ways. Now your mom was pregnant. You feel like your daddy was supposed to be there, and in a perfect world, he did. But that's not what the agreement was in the beginning. This was just pleasure, and your mama wanted it just as much as your daddy. And I'll do another video. I will do another video because I feel like this is it's a good topic. And looking at these numbers right here, that is a lot. That's a lot of fatherless children. Man, I think America's got like 330 million people, and you got 18.3, and this is 2022 standards. Good God, that is a lot of single parent homes, a lot of fatherless households. But when you looking at that number, don't throw that 18 on men. No, you throw that on everybody. It takes two to tango. And some of you women, you are more guilty than that man. What we got to do is make you young men especially, and you women, but you young men, you got to stop blaming your dad and look at your mama. Because your mama, Amy, she is the common denominator. And if you took math in school, you know what a common denominator is. A common denominator. Kid 1, kid 2, kid 3. MOM, your mama. So, keep God first and pray. That's what I do. I ask God to lead me, even though my dad died. I ask God to be my spiritual father and guide me. And hey, he'll guide y'all too, because he's led me along the way. But don't be in denial. Don't be blaming your daddy. Blame common denominator. This has been another great episode of Fourth Person Point of View. I'm out, baby.